Hey folks, time for another disaster cycle Q&A. Of course, the disaster cycle of which we are speaking is Earth's disaster cycle, the 12,000 year cycle, which is resetting now as the magnetic poles are shifting. We're going through a magnetic excursion. The entire solar system is shifting, and it's going to eventually lead to the solar micronova. A couple interesting questions, so we're just going to jump right into it. Somebody had talked about the fact that China has entered what they call wartime economy and are stockpiling. Now, they are claiming that they're doing this for reasons involving Russia and Ukraine or worries over a resurgence in COVID. And to a certain degree, that may be the case. That may even be their internal story they're telling many of the individuals. But they have also done things at such a scale that it makes you question whether or not this is their, okay, time to move off from fun and games to time to prepare for the big event. No way for us to really know here in America, but things like that. And China's not the only one who's acting like this. And so, yeah, the governments of the world definitely know what's going on. These are three questions that all came in, and they all dealt with the aftermath. Will the atmosphere be breathable? Will the water be drinkable? And will deserts change? The atmosphere being breathable and the water being drinkable are related to the volcanic output, I have to imagine. And the fact that it's going to pollute the sky and pollute a lot of the waters. Yes, but not all. Don't forget, as bad as this is, it has never taken out more than just a handful of species among the millions that exist on this planet. Yeah, it's rough for the entire biosphere. Some species lose 10, 30, 70, 80% of their species, their population. But the world comes back, and air will still be breathable to a large degree. To be perfectly honest, people like us should have water filters or water filtration, something where if we're doing water capture off of our roofs or going down to a stream or something, that we could filter that water. And so it shouldn't really be all of that much of a challenge. And, you know, you're not going to need a mask, put it that way. The creatures of this planet didn't need a mask after the last one or the one before. So yeah, it's going to be hard, but probably no worse than if you've got an atmospheric alert day in your region because of a nearby wildfire. Yeah, okay, it's not healthy for you, but I know many of you have gone out, and that, especially if you live out here in the West, maybe you haven't experienced that too much if you live in the eastern part of the country. So it'll be a fun thing for you to learn about. But yeah, it doesn't smell good. You can taste the air. Sometimes it burns your eyes. Sometimes a lot of people get sick during those events, but most of the time it doesn't kill you. Some deserts will not change, but others will. Some regions will rise, some regions will fall. In the great tsunamis, sand is going to be deposited in different places. And so one has to imagine that the overall face of the planet is going to change quite a bit, including the appearance of new deserts. Now, I wanted to go back real fast to this idea that the governments know what's going on, and there are some who really want to be Batman, their own personal version of Jesus, save as many people as they can for their own karma. There are others who probably just want to see us lowly breathers gone from the planet. But the overall paradigm seems to be tighten the grip of control, grab resources, and make sure that we can more easily be put in our place from their perspective when we're needed to be. Well, how would you do that? Digitalization, electric car requirements, digital currency, something in your hand, a microchip that tracks where you go, tracks your transactions, everything like that, combined with fear into making us do that. And then all of a sudden, solar EMP, and it's all gone. That would probably be one of the easiest ways to put us in our place, take out a lot of us without it looking like that's what they're trying to do. You're like, oh, We didn't plan this. We were trying to move our civilization further. We had no idea the sun was going to throw a solar flare at us like that. Anyway, if you happen to be new here, you must not have any idea what the heck we're talking about. So go down below the video, watch the Earth disaster playlist. It's going to be a complete explanation of everything that's going on. And I'll get to one more question here. And this one has come in a couple times over the last few days. It's either, hey, have you heard of Jimmy from Bright Insight? Or, hey, take a look at this video that was posted a couple days ago about the Eye of the Sahara. So Jimmy and I first interacted at the end of 2018 when he helped share my video called The Next End of the World, CIA Classified, which is based on the Adam and Eve story. We have gone back and forth, but only really in YouTube comments on each other's videos a couple of times. Every single time, he's like, Ben, shoot me an email. Let's do a visit. Let's do a show together. Every time I email him and I never hear anything back. The answer is no to those questions that ask if I'm coming to his Cosmic Summit later next year. No, I wasn't invited. Anybody who is looking at the disaster cycle and promoting ideas like that, with the exception of Graham Hancock, gets a big thumbs up from me. And so Jimmy gets that as well. Anyway, looks like the sun is taking a nice little breather here for Christmas. Hopefully that continues over the next few days. Watch that disaster playlist if you don't know what the heck we are talking about here. And I'll see you in the morning for the daily show. Be safe, everyone.